In this video, we'll be focused on lists. Okay, I don't want to go ahead of myself, but let me break it down. Python has a collection, or what we call an array, and there are 4 data types. We have the list, we have the tuple, we have dictionary, and we have the sets. In this video, we'll just have to focus on lists, and I'll go further to explain dictionaries, tuples, and sets. Now, what is a list? Let's say, for example, you want to go to the market, and on getting to the market, you just start buying stew ingredients or soup ingredients, and you don't have a list in hand. At the end of the day, you get back home realizing that you forgot to buy one ingredient that is very necessary for your soup or stew, salt. You actually get very angry and offended that you went to the market without a list, without something that is organized. Python allows us to organize data in a list. Let me show you an example. So, if I wanted to create a list of, let's say, cars I like, I could say list of, oh, let me increase the, I think this is fine. All right, so I could say list of cars. Now, to tell Python that this is a list, we use the square brackets. This automatically initializes our list of cars variable to handle data in the form of list. So I could say Toyota with a comma. I could say Lamborghini. I could say Lexus. I'm not so good at cars, but my favorite car, Tesla. All right. So, I'm so excited to write Tesla. Oh my God, Tesla. All right. So right here, I have declared a list. Remember, I told you there are ways to check your data type, and you just have to use the type, the type constructor. You can put the cars inside. I can save this. So if I Python list.py, it tells me that the data type of my list of cars is a list. So this is a list having a collection of strings, like that. All you can see here is a string. I can actually have a list of numbers. 1, 4, 6, 7. This is a list of numbers. I can have lists of booleans, which are just true, false, false, true. I can have a lot of data types. Also, we can have like a mixture of data types in a list. So let me have this as A is equal to, and my list would be, let's say, cars 400, which is an integer, false. This is like a combination of strings, integers, booleans. You can also have floats inside, like 60.09 or 08. So list allows us to collect any type of data types in it. But at the end of the day, when we check the type, it's just going to be a list. Now, one of the ways we can display this list is by printing it. We'll get to for loop later, but we can print it like, let's say, list of cars. If I save this and I run my script, I have them here. Also, we can, let me just do list of booleans, no, numbers, and I'll do list of booleans. So if I save that and run my script, so we have a list of strings here, list of integers, list of booleans, and if we do the same for the variable a, we'll have a list that has a mixture of different data types. The beautiful thing about a list is that you can decide to print a particular, let's say a particular, we call it index, a particular data in a particular position. So let me explain. Automatically, a list starts from the number 0. That means on memory, on computer's memory, a list or an array, let me just talk from an array point of view. An array starts from 0. So the index of the first value here is 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Same thing here, 0, 1, 2, 3. So if I wanted to print Toyota from the variable list of cars, I could say print list of cars and I'll put the value 0. And you see what I did? So this is how to run this script to print the Toyota, just Toyota from the list. So if I run my, let me clear my terminal. If I run my script list, oh, what's happening? Oh, I wrote print, sorry, Python list.py. So we have Toyota. If I want to print Tesla, all I have to do is, okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3. I'll just write 3 here and run my script Tesla. So always remember that for a list or an array, it always starts from 0. Python or any programming, in short, in general, an array starts from 0. That's the index. So they are called indexes. So this is an index, this is an index, this is an index. The index 0, 1, 2, 3, as long as it goes, so up to index n. Just know that it always starts from 0. So how do we output an index or a set of index? So for example, we know every index in the list starts from 0 and stop at n. When I mean n, that means an unknown number as long as the list goes. So Toyota is 0, and I want to output Toyota, Lambo, Lexus, and not output Tesla. What I would do is I'm going to use my print. It's a list of cars. You know, initially, when I was going to output only Toyota, I would state that I have to like put the index of 0 inside this square bracket, and it automatically, you know, show Toyota. But now I just want to output Toyota, Lambo, and Lexus. What I would do is I'm telling Python start at 0, but do not include index 3. So check this out: 0, 1, 2, 3. So start at 0, but don't include index 3. So when I save this script, close this, and I run it, it shows Toyota, Lambo, and Lexus. Oh, before I go, let me show you something. There are other ways you could, you know, create a list. So create a list, create list. I could say list and watch my double brackets. Watch my double bracket. And I'm going to say apple pie, mango, rice. So if I print create list, python list.py, it created a list using the list constructor. So in the next video, we're going to look at more ways we can handle lists. We're going to look at tuples, we're going to look at dictionaries, we're going to look at sets. But in this video, it's just an introduction to lists. So do play around with it, research, and try things out. See you in the next video.